In this video, we're looking at enlargement with a negative scale factor. So here we've got a question that says enlarge shape A, which is drawn on the grid, by a scale factor -2, center 1, 1. So the center 1, 1, the center of enlargement is at 1, 1. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at how far we go from the center of enlargement to each of the corners on this triangle. So the corners of the triangle on the shape. So to get to the bottom left corner of shape A, we go along 1, up 1. So along 1, up 1. So if we write that like a column vector, along 1, up 1, and I'm going to multiply it by the scale factor. So I'm going to times it by -2. So 1, 1 times by -2. So I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom by -2. So 1 times -2 is -2. 1 times -2 is -2. So to get to the new coordinates of this bottom corner, I'm going to go back 2, down 2. So back 2, down 2. So my point on the bottom corner is now at -1, -1. Let's take another point. So to get to the bottom right corner, I had to go 1, 2, 3 along, 1 up. So 3 along, 1 up. I'm going to multiply that by -2 because that's my scale factor. So -2 times 3 is -6. 1 times -2 is -2. So this purple point, to get to the new purple point on my enlarged shape, I'm going to go back 6, down 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. And finally the other point, so the top of the triangle. To get there, I have to go along 2, up 1, 2, 3, 4. So along 2, up 4. If I times that by -2, 2 -2s are -4, 4 -2s are -8. So to get to that new point, I'm going to go back 4, down 8. So from my center of enlargement again, back 1, 2, 3, 4, down 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So my new shape, I'm just going to connect the corners up. So my new shape I'm just going to connect the corners up and I've made my new shape. So I've enlarged shape A by a scale factor -2, center 1, 1. So my new shape is here. What we can do to check our answers is we can connect the points together. So if I connect my green point to my other green point, it should go through the center of enlargement. If I connect my two blue points together, they should go through the center of enlargement, and my two purple points also go through the center of enlargement. And so that way I know I've done it correctly. So I've correctly enlarged shape A by scale factor -2, center 1, 1. Okay, this time we've got another shape A, another triangle, and we're going to enlarge it by a scale factor -0.5, center at the origin. So we're going to do the same thing again. So our center of enlargement is at the origin this time. So how far do I have to go to get to my, pick a corner. So I'm going to call this the green point. To get from the center of enlargement to the green point, it's along 2, up 2. So along 2, up 2. And I'm going to multiply that vector by the scale factor, which is -0.5. So minus a half times 2 is minus 1. Minus a half times 2 is minus 1. So to get to my green point now, I'm going to go back 1, down 1. So minus 1, minus 1. Let's have a red point. So to get from the centre of enlargement to my next corner of the triangle, it's a long 6 up 2. So I've got a vector 6, 2. I'm going to multiply it by the scale factor. 6 times minus a half is minus 3. 2 times minus a half is minus 1. So to get to the new red point, it's back 3, down 1. And finally, we'll have a blue point. So to get to the blue point, it's a long 2, up 6 from my centre of enlargement. I'm going to multiply that by the scale factor. Minus a half times 2 is minus 1. Minus a half times 6 is minus 3. So to get to the new blue corner, it's back 1, down 3. So I'm going to connect the points, connect the 3 corners together, and there is my new shape. And again, I can check my answer. So if I connect the 2 red points together, they should go through the centre of enlargement. Connect the 2 blue points together, they should go through the centre of enlargement. And connect the 2 green points together, and they should go through the centre of enlargement. So I know I've done it correctly. So there's my shape enlarged by scale factor minus 0.5. Okay, one more question. So enlarge shape A by scale factor minus 1.5, centre 1 minus 3. So 1 minus 3, that's my centre of enlargement. The scale factor is minus 1.5 this time. So we'll have a green point. To get from the centre of enlargement to the green point, it's a long 2 and up 0. So I'm going to multiply it by the scale factor. 2 times minus 1.5 is minus 3. 0 times the scale factor is 0. So to get to my new green point, it's back 3, up nothing. So 1, 2, 3 back. We'll have a purple point. To get from the centre of enlargement to the purple point, it's a long 4 up 0. I'm going to multiply it by 1.5, or negative 1.5 even. 1.5 fours is 6. So minus 1.5 times 4 is minus 6. And 0 times minus 1.5 is 0. So to get to my new point, I'm going back 6, left 6, up 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up 0. And we'll have a red point. To get from the centre of enlargement to the red point, it's a long 2, down 2. So a long 2, down 2. As a vector, that's 2 minus 2 times by minus 1.5. So 2 times minus 1.5 is minus 3. Negative times a negative is a positive. So 2 times 1.5, 1.5 twos is 3. So to get to my red point, I'm going back 3, up 3. And I'm going to join up my 3 corners of the triangle. So I've got my new shape. And again, I'm going to check it's correct by connecting the points together. So if I connect purple point to the other purple point, they go through the centre of enlargement. Connect the red point to the other red point, they go through the centre of enlargement. And green to green, they also go through the centre of enlargement.